Hello and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. So, right after I left you guys, the last episode, I spent all the gold I had to do some changes. Vinyl was a soldier. I changed him to a thief. The only reason for doing that was because of his high speed. Thieves have a I can't speak. Thieves have high speed, and that was something very useful for the Warsong clan. High speed, mobility, you get in, you get out. Okay. Mont Blanc, I changed him to an animist. Not because it's something bad with a black mage, but yeah, he's gonna be more of the warlock type. You'll see soon what I mean. Okay, we get a soldier. He's still a soldier. Didn't change anything. Shield bearer. This guy was a monk, and this blue thing is a monk. If you don't know, it's faster, but for now we're building up power. These guys. This is our shaman, the one that does cure, and most people don't do this, but people change the Viera from. But I mean, most people don't do this. People don't change the Viera from archer to fencer like I do, but I do because of the mobility and the fact that it is kind of good and does a lot. It has some good abilities with it. Okay, so now the presentation is over. Let me get started with the rumors. Now the rumors are the cream and butter of this thing, should I say? I mean, you might not be able to read it, but you can pause the video and whatnot. The rumors are a nice insight for what's it called again? The rumors are a nice insight for a little bit of lore here and there and things about the game and its mechanics and how it works and explanations for how it works. And as you see, there is these times when the cursor goes back up. It goes back up because normally when you finish reading a rumor, that's it. It starts you back with it, as you see. But if that rumor makes another one, if another rumor appears, the cursor goes back up. It's pretty interesting. Yes. Okay, so that's all for now. Let's get our mission. Our only mission is herb picking. And okay. So yeah, let's read the flavor text. Looking for people to gather the fever-reducing herb muscamole on the Giza plains. No experience necessary. Oh, that's good because we don't know what to do. And let's see the laws. Protect and poison, we can go with that. Now this might be kind of early to tell you guys, but there's a race, a class that humans can have. It's called a blue mage. And it's basically the guy that learns attacks from monsters. Like that wacky guy that learned attacks from monsters in Final Fantasy VI. That I always hated using him because, yeah. And you see the goblins here. The goblins have like one or two abilities like Goblin Punch and Hammer or something. The goblins become extinct after I don't know exactly what mission, but they become extinct. And if you want those abilities, you should have a blue mage and try and get it as early as possible. We have set up the Warsong clan. Athena. Interesting. The names are always random generated from my experience. If he was a monk, he could have reached her. Now, attacking frontal like this, 40 chances of hitting, but it's worth it for 19 damage. Yeah, of course it happened. Go in the middle of the action. Even our shamans are strong. Our spiritual leaders. And this might sound weird, but I was thinking, how about I make a whole clan out of Bangas? How's that sound? How does that sound? I guess pretty interesting, I guess. Not really, can't really say that much. Anyway, what I mean with that is that I'm not gonna do one for this Let's Play. It's gonna be a whole separate playlist and whatever. Where the Baga will be the true works of this game. Because the war song is supreme. That's what they said when Grom killed Cenarius. And since that day, Night Elves and Orcs can never be friends ever again. Sure, Night Elves and Tauren, that works. But Night Elves and Orcs, never again. How did it miss? Oh, you know what? Since Montblanc is an animist, I made him an animist, he can have sheep count. What sheep count does is puts your enemies to sleep, and it has a chance of 40 if you're facing the guy, and 50 if you're facing from another side. If you're lucky, you also get 60, but I rarely see 60. Good. Now, this thing with the sleep is a very good thing to use to make sure you are getting rid of a problem from your head. Like you don't have someone, as I said, you don't have you don't have an annoying enemy on your head to fight. And that's what pretty much makes me like the animist and his sheep count. Okay, that's good. Now there's really no use of healing, but I guess we should heal because everything you do in this game kind of gives you experience. Healing, fighting, using magic, and cures are the only one. Like healing is the only thing you're more than surely you're not gonna ever miss. Because who will move out from a heal? Okay, many of you will move out from a sword going at your head. But not that many of you will like leave when someone's giving you like free chocolate or things like those. Not really free chocolate, but that's good for me, I guess. So under the system of what's good for gander is good for goose. So now these guys are kind of not our problem anymore. We'll just have to resort to killing the fairy. The fairies are pretty quick. And yeah, that's why we only get 17% chance of hitting them instead of 75. If that makes any sense. And also, the speed of the thief is amazing, you see. Normally as a warrior you can't really make Morsh that mobile to fight. And I'm only making him a thief for I don't know what reason. Thinking well about it, I shouldn't have made him a thief in the first place. But hey, I think getting 2 abilities on him right now would be a good idea. Then we'll switch back to what's it called? To soldier. Yeah, does it hit? It hits. The only reason I want to do that is because honestly, it works pretty good with what I'm imagining. For example, you might find this weird, but he gets a growth in speed. For example, each class has a growth state. Each growth state depends on the class. For example, a mage will get more growth stat on magic, defense and offensive magic, than in basically offensive on attack. A soldier will get more attack than a white mage, and so on. And that's how it kind of works. As a thief, you also get points for agility and I guess strength as well. As a thief, I mean. I don't really remember what was the growth rate for the thief. I know you become like a better, faster, stronger, or whatever. Yeah, now I'm just going through those songs by Daft Punk, but it works kind of like that. As a thief, you are quicker from my knowledge. And here's Swarm Strike. Swarm Strike is an ability that does a little bit of damage, but poisons. The most important thing, it poisons. And once it poisons, it fucks you over. And that, like, no joking, it fucks you over. Because poison is hard to cure if you don't have items. And it's slowly gonna eat at you. And you also know that if you played every Pokemon game ever and things like that. And he killed her. But she did her job in this match, to be honest. And that's the thing, when you change her from an archer to a fencer, as a fencer, you're just making sure she's gonna be on the front line, kind of dying. But as an archer, you know she's in the back, like, bombing them with arrows. Like in 300. Well, as nice as that is, I have to say that I rather prefer her on the front fighting. Even though I named this the Warsong Clan, this isn't really the Warsong Clan, you know that. Oh, of course. Misses are something that I find quite very annoying in this game. Because you miss, and you miss kind of a lot. And what to tell you, it's awful missing like that. And you miss when you have like 80% chance of hitting. And then these guys, the enemy just hits you with something that has 50% chance of hitting, and it fucking hits you. Kind of a bad gameplay design right there, if I might say so myself. Also, the judge can move corpses around. I'm not sure if I ever spoke of that in the first episode, but he can move corpses around, which seems stupid, but look what he did. If he moved that fairy from there, I could have reached the goblins and hit them. Instead, they wake up without being hit. This is what I'm talking about him, like, moving corpses around and doing you a favor or a disadvantage. Either gives you an advantage or a disadvantage. Like it's either white or gray. I should have healed rather than just stay there. Well, 11 damage is not gonna kill him. That's for sure. Oh, gonna wait. Gotta move in with my teeth, and we only can do Steel Gil, and they don't have that much Gil in this phase of the game. Oh well. That was a nice hit. Good job. You should really go this side and see if a sheep count can also affect them back again. The chances of the sheep count affecting back is kind of improbable, if you ask me. So here's what we have. The first one has a 60% chance of hitting. The second one has a 50% chance. We have to take risks, don't we? Miss. Oh, it worked. And here's what where I was talking about the chances being kind of stupid in this game. As the one with a higher chance of hitting should have been the one that hit it, not the one with a lower chance. But in this situation, it kind of works because it was not really that big of a difference. I just hope my spray thing didn't make that much of a noise that you heard it. Okay. So this goblin, it wants to go into enemy territories and be like, I'm gonna kill you. But then he's gonna die in a rather awful manner that he's not gonna quite enjoy it. But we are gonna enjoy it because we're sadistic and we like killing monsters. I mean, they're monsters after all. But letting that stupid joke aside, now there isn't much strategy involved with this battle, since it's simple. It's one battle, you do whatever you have to do, and it's done. And you can just hack at them away like this, or use the starting things with your main guy as with March, I guess, as your soldier, Mont Blanc as your black mage, soldier, monk, white mage, and archer. Here we have a 100% chance of hitting. Now we are gonna do this one. Ah, well, it worked. It killed him. Good job. 1 judge point to us. Well, this was the mission for you guys. Lutia Pass. We're gonna place it here. And let's go treasure hunting. Treasure hunting is a mechanic in this game where whenever you put something like this adjacent to one another, you get an item. This time was a cuirass. You always get items. Let's see, what do we get here? Ice shield, this is amazing. Okay, so an ice shield is like a normal shield, you know? It gives you defense. But an ice shield helps you, if I remember well. Okay, we're gonna see. Alright, an item. So, party. No, not party. Oh, wait. Party. Change. Now, you can change them how you want to see at them, at these guys here. For example, I know why I'm doing this, but let's just show you guys. The numbers, the levels they have, you can sort them by levels, so it's more easy when you deploy them. You can change them by health, again making it more easy to deploy them. Changing by magic to be more easy when you deploy them. Judge points, again more easy to deploy them, and so forth and so on. Where's the number thing though? Okay. So now if I look at the system, no. Party. Item list. Okay, here is info on the ice shield. This magic shield gives off a 10 cold aura. Ice shield. It's weak against lightning, of course. And here's what it does. It absorbs ice, and it makes so that you do have that. This thing takes half damage from ice. Now, getting this is gonna be very helpful in a mission further on. But before we get there, I want to thank you for watching and hope you tune on next time. Thank you again.